In 1948, the State of Israel, of course, is created. The State of Israel will get Palestine. When the UN is creating the State of Israel, they took Palestine and they actually cut it up into 7 pieces. 8 pieces. Sorry, they cut it up into 8 pieces. The area around what is now the Gaza Strip, but it was about twice as large as the Gaza Strip, that's going to become Arab. The West Bank, but it was a little bit bigger than that. It was probably about 1.25 times bigger than the West Bank. That was going to go Arab. And then in the northwest corner, that area was also going to go Arab. In the northeast corner, that was going to go Israeli. In the center, on the west, that was going to go Israeli. In the south, was going to go Israeli. The center west, though, was going to have a little enclave carved off of it for the city of Jaffa, and that was going to also go to the Palestinians. So the Palestinians were going to get that little enclave. And then Jerusalem in the center was going to be a neutral city that was essentially administered by the United Nations. That was the deal. Now here are the parameters. The Israeli part would be Jewish only. At that moment, it would mean that the Jewish only state would be about 55% of Palestine. The Israelis owned about 5% of Palestine. So basically, 50% of Palestine that didn't belong to the Israelis would be simply handed over to them. And by own, I mean they had legal title to the land. They had purchased it. The Arab part, the Palestinian part, the remaining 45%, would be a secular state for Jews, Christians, and Muslims. So the reason why the Arabs don't like this, they don't think this is a good solution, is because the Arabs go, why is there a Jewish-only state? How does that make sense? Why are they getting a chunk of land for them only, but then the rest of us, the other part of us, is supposed to remain secular and democratic? And so the Arabs rebel, and they fight, and they lose. They get their asses handed to them. It's a humiliating defeat. And Israel comes into being. It takes about half of what should have been the Gaza Strip. It takes a sizable chunk of the West Bank, and the northwest corner, they take the whole thing. And Israel ends up with about 72% of Palestine instead of 55% by the time the dust settles.